I'm a gamer and running in circles. I'm a rabbit and running in circles. I'm annoying and running in circles. Might as well jump in the hole and be a bunny. Be a bunny!
Hola mis queridos, ¿cómo estás? Me llamo Alicia, también conocido como Condeja. Hello my kittens, how are you? My name is Allison, also known as Rabbit, and today we're playing PowerWash Simulator. Always excited to be playing almost any game on this channel, aside for a few that are my least favorite. Welcome to the channel, welcome to PowerWash. I'm excited to be playing this game. And before we get into the game, I want to talk a little bit about my intro. Most likely you saw the 3 photos during the intro and you're probably confused and want an explanation, or probably don't care about that explanation. I'm going to give it to you anyway. I want to make sure the gameplay on my channel is as comfortable for you as it is for me. I am over the age of 18, over the age of 21. There's going to be cursing, cussing, and adult topics. Most likely. But today, I might be talking about movies. Musicals. Anyway, to be more specific on the cursing side of things, I'm at that point in my life where I've changed what I use with my cursing. With that, I no longer use religious words in my cursing. So it says God, Jesus Christ, holy, anything like that, seriously. And I am using beautiful words to replace them, which I am so happy about. I actually need your help on this, because I know for a fact that I haven't gotten used to it, even though I've been trying to do this for a couple of years now. Most likely I'll be able to catch myself on it, correct myself, possibly even edit it out now that I'm editing again. But if at any point I accidentally slip and you hear it, please call me out in the comment down below. I need to get used to this, and it's going to be nuts that I haven't gotten used to it. Now, let's go ahead and get into the game, shall we? At some point during the video, if not right now, you'll be hearing a loud hum in the background. That is my laptop, if not the AC that's running. Let's get into the game, shall we? I still haven't figured out what the new winter job is. I'll figure it out eventually. New jobs! Oh, it's so exciting. So exciting. We are still cleaning the skate park. Did we get new messages? Yeah. But that was in the previous video. Yes. So, I on the screen here it says the default controller for stand, crouch, and prone is control. I changed the key to that to Q because at the time I was having glitches with that command. I'm still having issues with it, but hey, I'll deal with it. Alrighty. So, memory serves me right. Is this railing clean? Yes. That is clean. Let's go ahead and clean this, shall we? So how are y'all doing today? I've been having a challenging month for February already. I have noticed that with my monthly funds, I've been getting a little bit of extra cash. I don't know what exactly it's for, but I'm excited that it's there, just because it is helping me with my groceries. Something's going on with snaps. I don't know what, but I hope to figure it out. Honestly, though, I think it's because I forgot to renew my status with them. But hey, it is what it is. If that's the case, then I think I can handle it on my own without snaps. Who knows? And most likely my mom's watching my power wash videos, so her hearing this right now is going to be disappointing to the least. So, yes, Mom, you heard right. I have not contacted them yet. I tried, actually. I tried contacting my support coordinator. Or, I shouldn't say support coordinator. I tried contacting the group home that has me. And, they don't have a direct connection to the person's office. And, um, and so they gave me a phone number that I could call to try to talk to someone, at least, if not him. But it was a recorded message. It was a fucking Autobot It was so frustrating. Like, I called that same number like so many fucking times just to understand what was going on. And it just made me realize, there's no way of talking to a human being regarding the issue. There's no possible way of talking to a human. So I'm pretty much stuck in the position I'm in right now and just assuming that I forgot to reapply for snaps, which sucks. Because I think either in November or October, I recall my mom telling me that I needed to remind her to head to my group home to set up this, to reapply for snaps, and I guess I just forgot, which is a bummer. But hey, I'm somewhat surviving. I'm making some financial risks, but I'm surviving nonetheless. Oy. And I hope with her hearing this, I do hope she doesn't decide to log into my fake account, because yikes. I don't want her finding out what I've been doing this month. And please, Mom, trust me on this. I know the mistakes I've made. Let me face the consequences. Oy. And the reason I'm making like an actual second person narration here on this matter, uh talking as if I'm talking to my mom directly, it is because my mom has recently talked to me about the videos that I upload, the games that I play, and she was saying that she prefers having things play in the background where she doesn't have to focus on the screen of her iPad so much, or her computer, like whatever. Like, she prefers to have something in the background when she knows she needs to be getting something done, which I completely understand. I'm kind of like that too when it comes to the duties around my apartment that I need to get done. So, I told her that the best game on my channel for her to watch or use as background noise is PowerWash, because it's basically not just me talking about different topics, but it's also just the hard, the harsh sound of water washing onto people's properties, of getting them cleaned. That nice water sounds that Mom loves to hear. She and I both love hearing the sound. Sorry. She and I both love the sound of rain falling. We love swimming. We both love swimming. We both love being in lakes and rivers and the ocean and all that jazz. Like, seriously. Um, but I have talked to her quite a few times about this matter. Like, I've actually asked her if she prefers still, when it comes to swimming, if she prefers either still water or moving water like the ocean. And she has replied to me that she prefers still water, like the lakes, you know. And it just proved to me in my theory that if she was a mermaid, she would be a freshwater mermaid and not a saltwater. Sorry, mythical swimmer. I forgot my rule. And if you're not familiar with my role, I I am one of those people that believe the supernatural world is real. All the good creatures and bad creatures, all those beautiful beings that we know are frightening and scary. I don't use the M word. Um, After playing Bonfire Stories game number 3 on the channel, made me realize, the word monsters is a bad word to use, even though it is used a lot for video game titles. So it's hard for me to figure out like what to say when bringing up those game titles. And just like, creature prom. That doesn't sound right. Or creature hunter. It's weird. It's hard. Go away. Go away. No one wants you, soccer ball. Go away. I'm kidding. I'm sure a lot of people love soccer. or food squad, as some people call it. But yeah, I absolutely love mythical swimmers. Oh right, the rule. So with me being passionate about the supernatural world, whether it being vampires, well, just so many different creatures in the supernatural world, it's hard to not bring them up, but I like to be respectful and not bring them up unless someone else does. You know, because uh, I like to respect people's privacy, including beings, even if whether they are actually real or not. But in my opinion, the supernatural world is real. So if at any point I actually meet any of them, I'm just going to be saying being unless they bring up their own race. Because in my universe of the supernatural world, uh, you are not allowed to reveal another being's race without their permission, their express permission. It just brings them out of hiding, whether they don't want it nor need it. Seriously, because if you're not aware, there are bounty hunters in the real human world. There are bounty bounty hunters, and if there are bounty hunters for humans like us, then there's bound to be bounty hunters for supernatural beings as well. And there are different types of bounty hunters that have their ways of expressing how they kill or hunt. When it comes to supernatural beings, you'd be surprised how frightening they are. And it's because of them that certain races of supernatural beings have gone either extinct or near extinction. It's crazy. And some of those beings that are on the brink of extinction or are extinct, a lot of them actually aren't. It is because the fact that the bounty hunters have gone after their kind for so long, they've been resorted to hiding in plain sight and very, very subtly hiding. Like, they make sure that they don't use their abilities or their powers at all, just to make sure that the bounty hunters don't find them, or anyone else for that matter. In fact, I don't know if they're real or not, but in my universe of supernatural beings, there is a race. There's a specific race that is able to heal all kinds of illnesses, all kinds of sicknesses, wounds, and all that shit. And I have it that they are the reasons that so many civilizations disappeared. The Mayans, the Aztecs, just because their way of healing is making sure that anything that could cause a plague, that could cause an apocalypse, their idea of eradicating that illness is by removing people from existence so that it could not spread any further, so that it doesn't kill the entire world, you know? I heard that. Weird. I guess that was like a thing to notify like where I am with the percentage of things. Whatever. Oh, it could have been adding a star to the assignment. Yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, that's my opinions when it comes to the supernatural world. Oh, and another thing about the supernatural world that I love, uh, when it comes to my universe of it, is that when talking about it in public, we don't call it the supernatural world. We call it the super spectrum because you're basically on the spectrum of supernatural. Super, heh, as it were. Clever, right? So seriously, if anyone meets me in public and you want to talk about the supernatural world, please refer it as Super Spectrum. It will not only make me happy, but it'll make me respect you even more. Because I like keeping people's privacy. I like respecting people's privacy, respecting the beings and all that. And my way of respecting that is to helping them keeping their world secret, their world hidden. So what better way but to call it the Super Spectrum? It's clever on my part. It's clever if you think about it. I shouldn't say my part, but I mean, I did technically create the term because I have looked it up and no one has ever bothered to call the supernatural world the Super Spectrum. So I think this might be me coining a new term. So if it is, yay me. If not, well then someone please help me find out who created the term. But seriously, it is it's such a clever way of hiding the supernatural world by pointing at that, terming it that, the super spectrum. Please tell me if I'm wrong. It sounds so good. Why did that turn off? Yeah. So, I guess changing to a different topic. Um, I love musicals. If you're not aware, if you haven't paid enough attention to any of the videos on my channel, or even the titles for that matter, because I love quoting movies, shows, musicals, the songs, basically about anything. I am a fucking mimic. And it's funny because like I've been rereading one of the manuscripts that I've recently finished, and one of the lines that I gave the one of the characters was, "Oh shit ass," and I've been saying that phrase a lot lately, and I'm like, I know I've heard this phrase before. I know I've heard this sentence before. Where have I heard it from? And recently, I shouldn't say I've watched them, but recently I decided to say the phrase aloud again, and I was like, oh, now I'm remembering. It's from Jeremy Dooley. If you're not familiar with Jeremy Dooley, he used to work for a business called Rooster Teeth under the Department of Achievement Hunter. Let's play. Um, I love Jeremy. He and I have a lot of things in common. Um, and I say a lot because within the past year, I've noticed his opinions regarding certain matters are completely different from mine. Either that, or I just saw his perspective of these certain matters, and I was like, oh, I'm not sure if I respect that. So, as much as I like the guy, the content creator, I just I kind of stopped watching his content. I mean, not entirely, but because I love watching him play Minecraft, and I love watching him play other games that just are not Phasmophobia or Lethal Company. But when it comes to Minecraft, Jackbox, and other games that are similar, Among Us, definitely I always watch his Among Us VODs. But yeah, other than that, just like I don't watch his content unless it's those things. But yeah, he definitely likes to say cheat ass a lot. And I guess I've watched him for so long that that particular phrase, that particular sentence, just got ingrained in my head that I started saying it. And I do say it a lot too. Uh, it's hilarious. Wait a minute. Yeah, this rail is not done. Come on. Let's get off, get off, get off. There we go. And yes, I just quoted Afro-Woody. That's also another matter to bring up. Like, y'all know that Twitter has changed to X, and I don't like calling it X. But recently, I've been following someone called or someone with the tag FartPod, I think is what it is. His profile name says Devin, but she, they have been talking a lot about these cute little plushie from Toy. I think the company is called Toy Inc. It's the same company that made the Beanie Babies. And if you're my age, you know what that is. If you're in this generation, sorry, you'll have to look it up yourself because I'm not explaining it. Anyway, so Devin found this plushie that looks so much like a gingerbread man, and when they first saw the plushie, they were like, "Ew, why?" And then afterward, they were so sad that they made that opinion. They were like, "Okay, I need to buy you just to forgive myself and to give you a home." And they just created like this huge internet. They become this huge internet sensation, and actually even helps the particular business like being sold out on this very plushie, and almost any other plushie that resembles this gingerbread cookie, you know. And oh my gosh, it's they're a huge sensation, and I actually really like them. They're pretty cool. And so their latest post was that their stepdad found this round gingerbread cushy plushie, um, and they were like, "Hey, I found this. Do you want it?" And in the photo, like his hand was like literally squeezing the thing, like, "Don't take this away from me or else." But Devin was like, "Oh my gosh, yes, I want it," and they're like, "Okay, I'll buy it. I'll go buy it then." It's like the most wholesome, the most wholesome thing a stepdad could do for their child. Um, like props to that guy. And I even left a comment saying, "Congrats. Um, tell your stepdad that we thank him for relieving a small amounts of stress off you. And congrats for adding another one to your collection." And so I decided to read other comments on that post just to see like everyone's thoughts and opinions on the matter. And one of them was this guy saying, "Is he single?" Like, what? I don't know if you're trying to joke here or not, but to ask that is kind of dumb. Because literally, Devin said stepdad. Why would you ask this, whether it's a joke or not? And so I decided to reply to that comment by quoting the word stepdad. He is married to their mom. And the guy replied to me saying, "Sorry for you, this was a joke." And something else that was kind of offensive. And I was about to reply to them, but I couldn't. So I went to their profile and it said, "They blocked me." I'm sorry, what? You're gonna say I can't take a joke and then block me for no apparent reason. Just because you think I can't take a joke doesn't really give a full reason as to blocking me. Like, what the fuck is that? Like, there must be something wrong with them if they think that I can't be a friend to them if I can't take a joke. Like, I know the difference. I know what jokes are. I know satire jokes when I see one. but just like it's so hard to understand what is a joke when it's in written word from someone else. Like I know this from experience because I've been to several Twitch content creator channels and saying things that that are sarcastic, that are meant to be taken as a joke. And a lot of the content creators are like, "What the fuck are you doing? Why are you being mean? What? Can you not understand sarcastic humor? Can you not understand that I'm trying to joke here?" Like, and I decided to just submit to their thinking and and just stay out of the situation that I dug myself into. When it comes to matters like that, so when the content creator is saying you're being mean, I shut up. I clam up. So and avoid their channel. You know, because admittedly, if they can't understand the written word of what is a joke or not, oh wow, I'm being a hypocrite here, aren't I? Well, that's a bummer. But I mean, you know what you understand what I'm talking about here, though, right? Just because a lot of people don't understand humor, whether it be sarcastic, dry, standard, dad jokes, just like any kind of humor. Like if you can't understand any kind of humor, we're not friends. And this one person on Twitter saying that I can't take a joke just makes them judge automatically that I don't know what jokes are. And if they think I don't know what jokes are and decide to block me for that very reason, that's on them. You know? Like they don't bother to give me a chance to prove that I know jokes. They just say, "Oh, you can't take my joke. Bye." And granted, I may be that way with content with some of the content creators that I watch, but at least I know my boundaries by respecting their personality. You know, like if they don't understand my joke, I clam up. I say, "Okay, fine. I'll refrain from making those kind of jokes, and I'll just interact whenever it seems fit that follows the whatever topic they're talking about." But jokes, I will no longer make. Because unless I actually know the content creator well enough that they can understand jokes, I don't bother making jokes anymore. So like lately, within the past few weeks, this past month, I found a content creator on Twitch, because I love Subnautica. Y'all know this. And so, from time to time, I get on Twitch and look under specific look up specific games and just see what kind of content creators there are that play these games and see if they are to my liking. Well, I found one recently. Her Twitch name is Crimson Curly, and she is the sweetest woman. I don't really know her accents, but I love it. I absolutely love her accents. She has big curly red hair, and I absolutely love it. It suits her so well. Um, and I think that's why her channel name is Crimson Curly, because her red locks are freaking huge and curly. And like I said, it completely suits her. Um, and people on her channel call her Crim for short, which makes sense. It'd be difficult calling her Crimson Curly all the time. But like her humor is on par, and it's so similar to mine that I'm just like, you know what? I'm staying here. You have my follower. You have my following. Like she's so funny, and she knows how to be natural. Like she knows her mistakes, she knows her blunders, she admits it, and she moves on from that. It's her decision of whether she wants to grow from it or not. But she takes pleasure in her mistakes and uses those mistakes as comedy gold. Like, oh my gosh, she is good. Uh, I look forward to her channel growth because she not only plays video games on her channel, she also does art. She's a graphic designer. She's an illustrator. Like, she's really good at what she does. And I look forward to at some point either hiring her or a couple of other people that follow her on Twitch, because I am on her Discord server and there's so many people on her server that are freaking talented. Like, oh my gosh, I wish I had their skills. Ugh, I wish I had the money to get those skills. Otherwise, I wouldn't be so desperate and looking for an illustrator. I am still pissed that I cannot get the skate park floor to clean. It's frustrating. Oh, I saw that. There we go. Here we go again on my own. So another, changing topics again, because this has to be at least an hour long, this video. uh, y'all know I love musicals, and I will always say this, I love musicals, I love musicals, I love musicals. So, I think for years now, I've been aware of two specific musicals, one of which because I had watched it on TV when I was a kid, um, either when I was a kid or when I was a teenager. I can't remember. Um, but eventually I managed to get the DVD of it, and it's my freaking childhood, man. And it's called We Sing Sillyville. It is the cutest kids show or kids movie. I know I've brought this movie up before because I know I've made a video of it on House Flipper. But I have yet to talk about it on PowerWash. We Sing Sillyville has got to be so wholesome. And I think about 2, 3 years ago, I found out they have a YouTube channel called We Sing, and it's basically the same company that made Sillyville, but with so many other like with just other musicals that they've done, you know. And it's kind of jarring because a lot of the kids stuff is just like these weird looking costumes of creatures and animals. Just like it's huh? You're turning these creatures into scaring kids if they're not familiar with your stuff. Yeah. Because like I from with their YouTube channel, we sing like they just upload just random bits and pieces of their stuff on into shorts. And from time to time I watch it and I'm like, huh? This was a thing? But just to clarify what Sillyville is, um, the story is about these two little teenagers, the brother and sister, and they have this adorable basset hound, and they're coloring in this weird coloring book using just the most random colors on people or animals, and their their dog, which they named Barnaby, I think, or Barnabas, one of the two. or was it Barney? I can't remember. I know it started with B. Anyway, so their dog ends up walking off in a random direction. They're like, "Where'd he go?" And so it turns out, and this is like the first 5-10 minutes of the movie. It turns out that a floating stick came from the coloring book, and the dog just got curious and decided to chase after it. And when the floating stick landed on the coloring book, the dog disappeared in a flourish of rainbow colors. Yay! And it's just so crazy. It's just like how that happened. We're like, for those who are watching and are like, huh? Well, what just happened? And so when the brother and sister come up to the coloring book after the dog disappeared, they're like, hey, why is he in the coloring book? And where did he go? They're just like being so like ignorant. Or not ignorant, but just like naive as to what is really going on, you know? And so when the brothers were like realizing, oh hey, you're right, that does look like our dog. They're both suddenly whooshed into the coloring book in a forest of rainbows. And they reappear inside and we finally see what it looks like inside the coloring book. It's so colorful in that world. And yet they come across this really sweet woman that has like this whimsical design in her outfit. But there is zero color. It is all black and white. And so we learned that in this world of Sillyville, people just started like disliking each other because they're just one solid color. It's like, what? Oh hey! This was when I decided to go a little crazy and write rabbit. Haha. What do you think? Huh? Um. Anyway. So yeah. It was. It's a pretty crazy story, and it's really good. The entire thing is a musical. Like, it's once they enter the world of Sillyville, it's entirely a musical. Like, there's a song like almost every 5 minutes, if not every 2 minutes, and it's so freaking awesome. Because a lot of the songs you're familiar with because you've heard them when you were younger, you know, from your parents, if not your grandparents. There's like John Jacob Jingleheimer Smith, um, uh, Down by the Bay, Michael Finnegan. Let's see what else. I forgot what that one song is called, but it's that little roly poly song. There's five in bed, and the little one says, roll over, roll over. That song, that's in there too. Um, Jeez. There's just so many songs in there that I can remember that, I mean, the reason why I'm bringing this up is because, Saturday, yes, by the time you're seeing this will be the day after of recording, but, Saturday, I found out that their channel was live. I mean, their channel is always live. They're always playing something. Which is the same with the Power Rangers, with the official Power Rangers channel. They are always live with something. Because I'm subscribed to both their channels, both those channels. Um, but um, but yeah, we sing is always live with something. If not, they're uploading a short. And on Saturday they were live with Sillyville, and I got so excited. But considering the time of the day, I was like, you know what? There's a little bit of time before I have to check my mobile games. I'll watch it. And it was almost at the beginning of the movie. I was like, oh, well, I'm gonna watch it anyway because I miss watching it. I mean, granted, I have the DVD of it, but the fact that it was live on YouTube, I was like, I'm going to take this opportunity and watch it. Ugh, such nostalgia. I enjoyed every second of it. The part that I joined in on was when the yellow Spurtlegurgles were singing one of my favorite songs. But I can only remember like certain parts of it, you know. I don't remember the entire song. Boom boom. Boom 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 boom. Wait, no, that's Green Frog. Um, Shit, I forgot. Already forgot how the song goes. I'd have to look it up. My brain can only handle so much. I can see dirt up there. I need to grab the ladder. Doing, but doing, but doing. Oh, wrong direction. 'Cause it's the one direction. Oh, what makes it beautiful? There we go. There we go. I cannot jump. No. Did I just see that right? All right. Boom, boom. It's just I remember that being part of the song though. Whoa. Hey yo. Whee. Fish and chips and vinegar, vinegar. Fish and chips and vinegar, vinegar and Bob. 1 bottle of pop, 2 bottle of pop, 3 bottle of pop, 4 bottle of pop, 5 bottle of pop, 6 bottle of pop, 7 bottle of pop. Don't forget to check your minus, then minus, then minus, then boom. Don't forget to check your minus, then minus, then boom. Um, One day, please step on the door. The other crying with tears in his eyes. Why don't you pick on someone your size? Boom, boom. You must be crazy. Boom, boom. You must be crazy. Get your fools away from boom, boom. And I get to be crazy. I remember there being a section of the song involving penguins. I don't remember how it starts. I lived up and when his name was Joe. He got so tired of black and white. He wore pink slacks to the dance last night. Boom boom, ain't it great to be crazy? Boom boom, ain't it great to be crazy? Giddy up fools all the way through. Boom boom, ain't it great to be crazy? Oh. I love the yellow Spurtlegurgles. They they have these like cute yellow jumpers on with like so many freaking pockets on them, and they have these like yellow cones on their head that spurts out steam when they use the right amount of effort. They're freaking awesome. I love them. I think out of the entire story of Sillyville, this yellow is my favorite color. So is purple. Sasha's wonderful. Her place is crazier out of everyone I've seen in the movie. And I think that's why I like her so much. I think watching Sillyville made me like purple more. Um, it was Barney that made me despise purple. The actual show about the dinosaur. Like, I don't know what it was. I think it was like after I found out that the after I found out like I think it was around the time where I was discovering the world of like actors, directors, script writing, and all that jazz. I think that was when I was starting to realize uh the world of Hollywood, I suppose, the world of movie making. And when I found out that Barney was just a guy in a suit, I was like, oh, I don't know if I like this show anymore. And then just after hearing certain parody songs of Barney's theme song and just a couple of other things, it made me realize that I do not like the color purple anymore. And I think it was probably a few years later, or maybe I don't know, maybe 5 or 10 years later, rewatching or not rewatching, discovering Sillyville and watching it made me realize how much I actually do like purple, and I shouldn't judge on why I like these colors based on things that I've watched, but just my opinion of how these colors affect me personally and emotionally, rather than judging it on what I've watched or heard, you know. And I think realizing that made me realize, oh, I should be treating this the same way with the people that I meet. I shouldn't judge them based on what I've heard from other people. And it just made me grow up like so much quicker than I should have. I think that's why was having so much difficulty making friends in high school. And it wasn't because of my disability. It wasn't because my creative side lacked talking to people. Um, like I was rather shy even when I was young. But I think it was watching Sillyville that helped me get my confidence. And it wasn't my mom saying, "Hey, you need to do this." It was me legitimately thinking, "Oh, I need to grow up. I need to base if I'm going to have friends, I need to judge my opinions on them by myself and not from exterior sources." And just learning that just made me grow up so fast. Like, I didn't expect it. And I think my mom kind of saw that growth too. Um, but she saw it after I finished high school rather than beforehand. And I guess that's what kind of set me and my mom apart a little bit, because she keeps watching things from a mother's perspective and not someone else's. And which is a lot of case for a lot of parents, you know, like they need to realize that they can't always be there for their child, for their baby. And they just need to learn from the child's perspective that they got to do things by themselves. Um, Come on, babies. Come on, parents. You gotta let your children grow. I love you, Ma. I do. It's just taking you a little while to realize that I'm not a baby. I'm just a girl that needs help from time to time. And when I say help, I will tell you when I need help or want help. And she knows this. It's just, I just gotta say it from time to time that if I want help, I will let you know. And my mom's still learning that. Mom's still learning that. Like, she loves helping people and she loves helping her children. She just needs to understand that her children doesn't always want it. Why won't this clean? Sparkle! Sparkle! Please step on a level stone. You can cry with tears in his eyes. Why don't you come somewhere clear? Boom boom, did it make me crazy? Boom boom, did it make me crazy? Did it work all the way? Boom boom, did it make me crazy? Heck yeah! Boom boom, boom boom, why won't this clean up? Are you freaking kidding me? Oh well. I mean, it's gonna be the same way with the floor. Like, it's gonna be a speck that's freaking obvious, you know? I'm having silly bells being played in my head right now. When I opened my laptop before recording this, I got an update saying that, or not update, but I got a notification saying, hey, you're getting an update that Windows 10 is gonna be gone. And I'm like, okay. Do you want to do a backup? No. Because basically everything's on my laptop is is on Dropbox, you know? And if there's any changes that I made to anything, then I need to put them on Dropbox pretty soon. And that includes any footage that I recorded. Which I should probably do soon. Because I did make some new documents that need to be saved in regards to the channel. Say, does that washer of yours work on hedges? No. Actually, I don't know. Whee! at that. Oh shit, how long have we been recording? Okay, we're almost at the end of the video. Got a few minutes left. Look at that. We went from, what, 50 to 80? That's pretty impressive. That's what happens when we talk a lot, you know. Doodle prodigy. I might be a doodle prodigy. Freaking Jack Black. Sorry, my brain went to a different movie called The Holiday. There are so many movies with the same name. Like, fuck's sakes. If you're gonna call a movie The Holiday, at least refer to a specific holiday. Huh? But hey, I love Kate Winslet. I love Cameron Diaz. I love Jack Black, and I love Dustin Hoffman. I'm not just saying that because he got a cameo in the movie. Dustin Hoffman, I mean, he got a cameo. Like, I think towards the middle. Oh, why is that? Well, what? Where's the ladder? Yeah, please. Come on. Ooh, look at that miss. There we go. Alright. Yoink. Oh, okay. Hi. The quarter pipe. I should probably go ahead and clean the back of this real quick before I head out. But y'all, I love you so, so, so much, my beautiful kids and viewers. I hope you all enjoyed this video as much as I did. If so, smash that like button like a kitten would. And if you're just now tuning into this channel and you're not subscribed, go ahead and click that red subscribe button and make it that beautiful gray, as well as that bell icon right next to it. That'll notify you of all the videos that I do, which are on Wednesdays, 6 p.m. Central, and Sundays, 4:30 p.m. Central. I hope you all have a great morning, afternoon, evening, or night, wherever you are in the world. I am Sweet Rascally Rabbits, enjoying PowerWash a little too much. Of course, I say that a lot with my games, especially Dreamlight Valley. And also saying goodbye. Stay awesome, man. Stay on YouTube.
I'm a gamer and running in circles. I'm a rabbit and running in circles. I'm annoying and running in circles. Might as well jump in the hole and be a bunny. Be a bunny!
Yeah. Actually, you know what? Let's check how much we have left. I mean, I know it says we have 82% done, but I just want to see what we have that needs to be cleaned. The arch, quarter pipes, obviously, the railings. Yeah. We have one ramp left. Let's have that highlighted. Fucking floor. And upper wall, and we have 10 walls left. Jeez. I want to know what the other railing is. Oh, this. Ooh, we just need $50 more left to get the next power wash. That fucking slursh. I hate that sound. Heck yeah! Ooh, $20 left. Alright, bye y'all.